Alright, this is the third installment in the concept art series for beginners, and in this video I'm going to be tackling color. You can see that I started off by adjusting my values a little bit under effects, and then popped up some of my color references from previous paintings in this series on the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. What I'm doing here is going back to digital water again, the new simple water brush, and blocking in local color. So I'm just glazing in some local color. There's going to be lots of warms and greens in the foliage, and so I'm really just trying to set the color mood now. I've got the values pretty much set, and I'm always adjusting those as I develop the painting a little bit farther. But the digital water again allows me to glaze over what I had underneath in the value painting. And one of the reasons why I lightened my value just a little bit before I started the digital water was because of it getting darker. Obviously it'll get darker. You can see I just dried it, and so now I'm laying over a cool glaze because this will also be a nighttime scene. And so the cool light, I'll actually be having a cool light. This is where I'm deciding the temperature of light and the temperature of shadow. So in the foreground, my temperature of light is going to be a little bit cooler and the shadows will be warmer. And in the far background, the light will be warm, with the shadows being a little bit cooler, but mostly washed out. And you can see I'll take a few passes. I dried the digital water, and then I'm layering over another pass of a little bit more saturated cool in order to unify all of the shadows. And I will, right now what I'm doing is working on a color layer, so that I'm not changing the value. I'm keeping the value, and I'm using the constructing brush to block in, or I'm sorry, to hit some of the light sides with some lighter edges, and cooling them down. So this is where I've decided that my temperature of light in the foreground is going to be cool. So I always play contrast. So if my temperature of light is going to be cool, then my shadows will start to move a little bit towards the warm side, playing contrast, light side, dark side, warm side, cool side, hard edge, soft edge, detail suggestion. You'll see that throughout this painting. And that's what I'm doing. I have this little jingle in my head that I'm always bouncing back and forth. You can see I'm starting to get a little bit warmer on the face areas of the tombstones, and then getting a little bit cooler on the light edges. And my light is coming pretty much from a perpendicular, almost a 90 degrees, cutting across the painting in the foreground, and then we'll continue to reinforce that warm light back there where the headless horseman will be kind of ominously waiting. And so I'm just building, continuing to build the painting, finding edges, continuing to find edges, and now once I'm in the color stage, I'm still working with value, but I'm also now working with temperature. And it's really important that you consider temperature, and that's one of the things that the glazing or the digital water allows you to do, particularly with your shadows, is to unify your shadows. With the digital water, you can glaze over the entire thing, because a local color of an object could be warm right next to the local color of an object that is cool, and if you just add a tint or a shade to those, you'll have a completely different temperature of light on two separate objects that are right next to each other. So the digital water glazing allows me to unify all my shadows, and then I'm always dusting across with the what I'm really liking about the constructing or the glazing media, and the constructing brushes, or all of the brushes within the glazing media, for that matter, is that they build up. And so you get a nice transparency. So when I'm working with the lights, like you could see right now, I'm cooling down the light a little bit, but because it's not fully opaque, it's blending with the color underneath. And this is a great new addition to the brushes, these glazing brushes. And like I said in the previous video, these videos are quickly becoming some of my favorites. Now what I'm doing is I'm grabbing one of the blenders, and I like the speckle palette knife blender. Gives kind of an oil feel. And what I just did there was played with the airbrush. The glow tool can also do this. I played with the airbrush on a hard light layer, and then as you can see, I'm constantly merging down. I really like to play on one layer. And now I'm grabbing some of the colors that I like in previous paintings to bring in here. So I'm saturating that cool light just a little bit more as I work through the painting. And again, this is to now it's just to build on what I've done in the previous two videos. Is just I work general to specific, so I'm not really even into detail. And the part of this painting I should probably be, somewhere around the 45-minute to an hour stage of the painting, so that I can if I've spent that much time and the painting's just really not working, I can get rid of it. And here I am adding a few more textures to the painting, and this is where it is in the color pass.